Appreciate you hanging around there, bud. Bikini bottom. How are y'all? Hope you're good. We're going to get clone our boy. CD Keto Hero. And here, we're going to file open folder. Okay. There we go. Tailwind, all right. Welcome back. All right, let's check out this README. Get the development server started. So we're gonna npm I. We're gonna bust out the atmospheric mix again. All right, Alex, let's see where we're at. So, by the by, if y'all haven't checked out my latest video, you should. It's good. I'm a fan. Okay. Yeah, I had to just clarify something. I had to update something on the stream. Look, I'm learning, okay? I'm working on it. All right, so npm start, get the server up and running. Start. Generated Prisma client. .next build ID. Oh, npm run dev. There we go. That'll do it. Cool. So we're at localhost 3K. Same one I used for last year, Carbon. That's all right. The dev build. Your stream broke. Oh, can you not see me anymore? Oh, missing an API key. Can't even do that. Dang. All right, so that would be from config. Do not send me an API key. Missing client. Missing clerk secret key or API key. Okay. So I'm assuming you have a .env file that I don't have access to. Maybe. No? Or do I just not have the latest? No, I do. Yeah. This is a common thing. Don't worry about it. If you do want to send it to me, don't do it on Discord. Actually, let me see if I can go to streamer setting on this. Streamer mode. Adios, Enchanted. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Always lovely to see you. So that sporp@contact.shop email that we've used before, you can send your .env file there if you want me to try this out. And I can be happy to take a peek. I just don't want you to like dox yourself as a thing. I mean, otherwise I can just like futz around with my own board game web app, which I'm happy to do. I actually should do a little bit of work on it. It doesn't have client auth yet. It doesn't have, it still needs a lot of work. We need to integrate the shop with the users that we don't have to do right now. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Just want to make sure. What does Discord streamer mode do? Okay. I probably should accidentally take that. Okay. Cool. Nice. Anyway. So, what I'm doing at the moment, let me build up my environment again. Is the back end. So I need to open up my LYOC front end. So this is pretty cool. This is where I'm at in terms of my board game project, which maybe you're aware of, maybe you're not. Bust the chat so I can see. This question's gonna be straight out of left field, and that's fine. Sure. Pitch away, bud. That's funny, because I used your. I put up your project. The React icon for my project now looks like the avocado from yours. It's funny how that works. All right. So I'm gonna start up my servers. I'll start up the backend server. And you know what? Next might be a good option for this. I'm not poo-pooing it. See. How true do you think it is that programmers are socially awkward and don't know how to talk to girls? Went to the club the other night for the first time. I was so nervous, didn't know what to say. Oh, I've been in your shoes so many times. So the thing is, everyone feels nervous and awkward. Some people are just really good at hiding it, but also some people just flourish in social environments. It's sort of that nature nurture thing where I think some people are predisposed to need less social interaction. They work better kind of going on their own and quiet focusing in their own time. And that's sort of what draws people to programming, is that it is a less socially demanding job. So there's absolute truth to that. I've known programmers who cannot talk to people, period. And also their grammar and their communication skills are incredibly poor. From what I've seen, the people who tend to do the best have some social skills, like minimum. You can't just be completely asocial and no one was going to want to interact with you unless you're a like graybeard god programmer. I'm happy that I've had a lot of experience with theater and improv I used to be incredibly socially awkward for a while. I was very sociable and happy as a kid, and then I took a dip for a while and my camera died. Hang on. There we go. And then I did a lot of theater and improv, and that's what sort of brought me back to being able to talk to people. Let me just change my battery. So if we're gonna put this in gamer speak, a way to think about it is good looks, height, musculature. These are all buffs. They make it easier. They don't completely eliminate the challenge of talking to the opposite sex. They're buffs. They help. However, it is a base skill that you can develop and improve upon with time. Like me, I'm average height. I'm decently good looking, which is incredibly helpful. I put on quite a bit of weight recently, and I noticed, especially when I was younger, when I was even heavier than I am now, that's a debuff. The fitter you are, like if you're not super attractive, it really does help to get in shape. That pulls a lot of weight for you. But also learning how to talk to people, and it is just people in general, will really help you in terms of your career. Most of my job opportunities have been through my network, and building and establishing that network and maintaining that network is tough, but it's part of the game. You literally have all of that and have had no success. All right, then you got to work on your social game, buddy. You gotta do those social push-ups. So joining a club is super helpful, but also like you can't be thirsty. Women can smell that from miles away, and it's one of the most unattractive things you can do. It's that whole keeping the goal in the corner of your eye sort of thing, but not focusing exclusively on it. That's what I've noticed has been incredibly helpful. I've never been like a one-night stand kind of go in night of. It's actually, I find that kind of disgusting. It's just never been my vibe. I feel like I'm fairly emotionally sensitive, where I need to know that the person I'm going to be with has a similar level of emotional sensitivity, and like we get each other and we understand each other, or else I can't do anything in the canoodling realm. You know, it's you just gotta do your best, and you gotta be yourself, as shitty as that advice is. It's being the right version of yourself too, because there's an infinite number of directions you and your life can go, and you can be essentially any person, but you got to start out with the current state you are, and you got to evolve yourself to the state where you want to be at. And the thing that really helps most is just grinding and focusing on yourself and improving. It's tough, man. And you got to put yourself out there. My always go-to pickup line is just, "Hi, I'm my name." I don't try to push around. I try to be honest as much as possible. And sometimes I get hurt, but sometimes it really helps me. So I guess I'm bringing this more so of not just talking to girls, but knowing how to talk to people for the first time. Because I'm not looking for a relationship. I'd rather have more friends. Oh, man. Well, I'll be your friend, Alex. Happy to have you around. Happy to talk. One thing I've noticed that has been helpful is I used to be very shitty. I used to be so desperate for friendship that I would lie about who I was and I would pretend to be something I'm not. And as the more I've been myself, whatever the fuck that means, the better time I've had with interacting with people. I would stay off of the internet, especially the darker corners of the internet, because like the black pill stuff, like the extreme left or right things, if you ingest these things and start spewing them out, you're just fucking repulsive. There's no going around that. Don't fry yourself too hard on 4chan, because very few people want to talk to you. And I'm not kicking the hornet's nest here, I'm just being truthful about the social game. Most people can't handle those levels of conversation. And this, I don't know if this is advice this is applicable to you, but I used to be an absolute edgelord. Hardcore atheist, trying to piss off. And that was just because I was angry at the world when I was younger. But I was repulsive, and so people were repulsed from me, and I was lonely. I kind of chilled out after a while, and... Dude, I think you're the only person in the stream, man, so I'm happy to answer these questions. It's something. It's something to do. Do not apologize. I'm happy I can at least consider myself somewhat of a resource. Like, it's always been my dream to hopefully be the hand that helped me, like, fractionally throughout my life. Well, here's the thing. Even though some of them also might be socially awkward dweebs, you might want to look up the app Meetup. It's a great app. It helps like-minded people to mingle together. Maybe join an intramural league if you're part of that. Meetup's great because like you can look up like coding group my area, and you might be able to find like a coffee shop of cool people. And this is another personal me thing, but I had a bit of a superiority complex for a while. And that was really repulsive to people too. Getting over yourself, putting yourself out there, being honest, opening your heart to being hurt. I know this is kind of like bog standard shit, but this is all the stuff that's helped me. And I can't stress this enough, improv was super, super helpful for me. Yeah, put yourself out there, and put yourself out there not with the express intention of being hurt, but in scenarios where you imagine your ego would take a hit, and just allowing that to happen, and realize that the sort of like fragile ecosystem you imagine yourself in, where you're this person and other people have the possibility to destroy me if a social interaction doesn't go correctly. Slowly start to let that go and realize that everyone is self-interested. Everyone is just as worried as you are and just as frightened and afraid as you are. That's a bit of a point of levity. And also just like aim to fail in a social scenario. Because once you get that first failure on the board, like every now and again in college, I would try to spark up a conversation, try to hit on somebody, try to have fun at a party, just try to dive into a weird social interaction I'm not used to, and just allowing myself to fall on my face, and then realizing like the floor is not that far away. Picking yourself off the floor is not nearly as daunting as you think it might be. And also, you don't need to go to a club to interact with people. There's, like I said, intramural sports, meetups, clubs. I don't know if you went to uni or high school, but if there's any friends that still linger around, not a bad thing to do. We need people. It took me a long time to admit that because I was just so angry at the world that I didn't want to need people, but allowing myself to become involved in other people's lives and allowing them to become involved in mine and stepping out of my way to participate in other people's lives has been immensely beneficial for my mental health and for my life. Since I quit my job, have I spent more time with friends? A little bit. I lucked out. So I went to school around where I'm at now. Mrs. Sporp and I, after we graduated, we went to New York City for a bit to start our careers. And then she got a job back where our university was. I was remote at the time, so we moved back. And we still had a network of friends from college, and that was we lucked out. I didn't know this, but when a good friend of mine from college was over the hill from where I live, from the place I'm currently renting. So we've had a very easy time of reestablishing a friend group. But it did take years to cultivate. I don't think I had any really good friends my first year of college. It wasn't until the second semester of my college and actively trying to participate in social things and actively participating in theater and in improv, I finally found my core group. And it took me a long time. And I was still hung up on a core group of friends from high school whom I loved dearly, but I was never really in. I wanted to be in really badly. And I really embarrassed myself in a couple situations trying to fit in with these people until I gave up. I gave up and I just realized I'd rather be alone than hurt. And you'll just slowly, over the years, as you mature and as you ferment, have these sort of internal realizations of where you're at and where you want to be. And there's a great bit from Duncan Trussell, and when I get sad, I tend to go into Buddhism and like Ram Dass and Duncan Trussell. Sinking into what you are and being honest with what you are and not putting on airs actually opens doors with a lot of people. Everything around us is a facsimile image of people putting on airs. So being honest is fucking refreshing. And it actually forms much better bonds than trying to create an image. Yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like where you're at, you're allowing the parts of you that are no longer useful to slough off, and you're becoming your person. It's tough. It's like molting. It's painful. But I'm happy I did it. I'm happy on the other side of that BS. Excuse me. I don't know if I would... I don't know the health of describing the phrase as a fake friend group. Don't be angry at them. Just realize you're on different wavelengths and you're incompatible. Because when you like compartmentalize these people into this box of, oh, they're all jackasses, they're all mean, they're all cruel, they're blah 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 blah. Another painful realization is sometimes you're just not compatible, and that's okay. And that just means you need to take different directions in life. And it's a healthier way, and it doesn't put the weight on you. Because hatred is it's a barbell on your legs. It's that ball and chain. And it just holds you back so hard. And when you release, it's like a fucking bow and arrow. You fly forward after a while, but it's insanely painful at the start. Dima Kokab. I have no idea what that means. Let's Google it up. Trying to enjoy my time alone more, but stressing about trying to finish my website and getting a software engineering done is making me stressed out. You realize I'm basically just by myself. And this might be your monk period. Which also sucks. But I had a monk period for a while too. I stopped going to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I just kind of locked myself in and I just coded and coded and coded until I came out on the other side with a product and a job. And sometimes you just gotta suffer for a while. It's another reality of life. Should you turn into a masochist? No! Absolutely not. Those people are weird. Just acknowledge pain and fight through it and then be done with it. I'm more of the Buddhist mindset of just like, pain's there and then it's gone. You can be. I'm not gonna tell you what you should or shouldn't be. Even though I've been doing that for the past, I don't know how long. All right, let's just see where we're at in the game right now. So, here's where we're at. Yeah, it works right there. We have a socketed lobby where people can join in. And then you hit start game. And this is the recent addition to the game, which I'm super happy about. I have a ticker down here which shows actions. So if I hit buy a battery and it costs 1, I have 2 Ys right here, and that corresponds to these 2 energies right here. Buy battery, cost 1, selected 1, hit pay. The action's recorded on the ticker, and then we have this here. Storing energy on the battery. Store energy. Oh, I'm super happy about that. And I'm gonna hit end turn. Once again, player 0. End turn. Player 1 begins. I'm just gonna buy a PR for 2 energy. Bang bang. End the turn. One more time. Buy a battery for 1. Store it. Guess I should work on the donation next. And end my turn. Yeah, that's what we'll work on next. Donate energy via... Donate energy. Clean air added to endangered species list. Cost of PR this month is 1 for players who already have PR. Players have 0 PR. Put it in their footprint. Interesting. Alright, so that hasn't been established yet, I don't believe. But let's fix the... donation today. So here's what I do. Buy PR, donate energy. This is wrong. What I need to do is set my selected action. So this is a hook, so I can save what action I'm doing. I then pull up a payment modal using these. Selected action is donate energy. And then check this out. I go to show payment modal, and then I set the modal to true, and the modal itself takes in my selected action and the cost. This is gross. This is really gross. I'm gonna go over to the payment modal. I can just say the cost is 1. Why not? Cool. have I done enough dad lecturing yet? I'm gonna take one quick pee. I'm gonna grab a seltzer, and then we will code. Oh, where's my chat? Where'd you go? Oh, it's the restream thing. I'll do it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright. Who we still got? We will get our who we still got here? So the thing I want to do is show me payment modal, please. So let's go over to the payment modal. And I want to say so the issue is with this selected action cost. Or selected action is equal to, that would be domain energy, beep. Get over here. Cool. So now we go over to our server, and I want to look at donate energy, and no matter what, if it's a valid payment, so we do need a payment object on this. Okay, and then we also need to pay for the action. And I'm doing this a lot. It's getting a little gross. Like, because we're doing this so many times, it would probably make more sense to set it to an actual getting tuckered out. What are you doing out there? Ugh. I love the soundtrack so much. Boom, boom. So donate energy, Matt, the donate energy is wrong. So I want to do this off this player state. I need to pay for action if I'm doing donate, because I'm moving this stuff. Whatever. I definitely need to do some refactoring on this at some point. It's gross. Hey, still here. So I'm going back to my player. And I have a couple functions down here. I want to have a donate energy. And that will include an energy array. So I have my donation cup array. And I also have my payment object. And that looks like some here. There we go. That's my payment object. So it only includes factory array and battery energy array. So this is an object that contains the factory energy array and the battery energy array. That's the only things we care about. This is an array string, as are you. And then I want to say payment object is declared, but I never read. Hey man, if you want to, it might just be us here. I wish my restream was working better. Let's go to Twitch. Like I said, feel free to email me that env file. I'll be happy to get that project up and running and see what's going on with it. Oh, where is my... Yeah, I can fix restream after this. So, what I want to say is for let const e of payment objects dash donation copyright dot push e. This stuff. And then I do this for the battery energy array as well. And I'm going to console.log. A comma. Oh. And then I want to go to this dot donation copyright. Cool. So what's happening here is we look. That's not right. Energy payment object. It's probably gonna be a little bit simpler, but I think I'm gonna try to get Stripe working at some point instead. Nice. You should. Let me know if you have any Stripe questions. I worked with a lot. It's just us boys hanging out in the chat, so use me while you got me, buddy. You're looking at the man with a plan. A guy on the path to success. I'm such a dingus. Alright. Yes, continue watching YouTube. Bastard. Cool. And like I said, your project is... Let's take a quick look at the code. Window. Keto Hero. App. This is next. I'm not super familiar with passing around. Actually, I probably should know this. Next. Pass hook between pages. Oh, link. Oh, you could just put it in the query param as well. Forgot about that. I also bought a 3D printer, but I realized I can't print multicolor objects, so I don't know what to print. Print anything, man! Print out the test toaster, the boat. You can print out one of these. Although, I keep not confusing you, but I believe you're American, so I think this is legit. So what you can do is you can get 2 different types of filament of 2 colors and print things in pieces. And this is one of the things we printed on stream. It's a utility knife holder made to look like a CSGO knife. It's sick. Possibilities are boundless, man. Alright, so let's see if what we did worked. I restarted the servers. Bum, bum. Gonna bust it down. Get these guys going. Red, R, start game, yar. Now the thing I'm trying to figure out if it works is donate energy. Okay, so we bring up the modal. Now what I want to do is make sure that if I click both of these, we are still able to pay because it has that condition which allows us. Donate energy, okay. Donation cup. Check this out. Super easy. Donation cup, YY. So my donation cup now has the energies in this little guy. So if I really do want to update the donate energy. Plus space plus payment object. Yeah. So I want to do this so the ticker keeps track of it. I want to delete this because I don't need this anymore. This is super simple. I love it. Almost wish it could be its own thing. And it didn't crash, which was nice. Always nice when things don't crash. Okay, we're gonna restart the server as well. This is why it would be nice to be a next app, is just so I don't have to restart two separate things. But otherwise, yeah. Y B R. I actually want to print some things people will buy and sell online. All right. Should, man. So I donate energy and I donate both. Pay. Donate energy, object. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. All right, we're just going to, because I don't feel like doing more than this at the moment. We're going to go to, let's say, payment object, question dash, factory energy, R. This is starting to get a little gross. Start this one more time. Go to let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. I also, just for your own sanity, I don't want to give too much of the illusion that I have my entire life together. I'm still figuring out the whole financial situation. I'm trying to figure out small business ownership. I did manage to land a client for my business, which is super, super cool. Because now I don't feel like quite so much a failure as I have for the past year. I'm glad something came to fruition. And I fell into it. I literally failed into success. I was trying to get a job there. They didn't want to hire on any more people, but then I said, hey, I have a company, a software development company. You could just be my client. I could do some contract work. There we go. Oops. I wholeheartedly believe in failing upward. There you go. Donate energy. Oh, wait. Sick. Cool. So now that that's done, we can get to the summit and see if we have enough energy. So I'm going to go over to my app, get my timeline here, and this dot summit did summit. So for each player, little noise that I got to do. Game state here, and then game state here. For each player, take their donation cups, empty them, get tally, subtract carbon if necessary. Good job, man. I wanted to do freelance work at one time, but realized it's a lot of work to keep going. So yes, it is. The thing that keeps them happy most is a job well done. So as long as you commit to the good work and kind of grin and bare your teeth through this shit sandwiches, you know, it works. I did build up a, as they call it, a runway to do this too. I didn't just quit my job with no nest egg and no cushion. I made sure I could last for a while. And I was fairly conservative with my money. I lived below my means. Like, there's sacrifices to be made to do this sort of thing. But also, I've had a very blessed life, so I can't... it's not all on me. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try. I just want to be realistic about this. Like, I was even able to like do a bit of freelance work for my family to help get some money in for a little bit. It is what it is. So I want to go through my players. There we go. I want to say for... Let's screen this up. Yep, Furlet player. Cool. That's exactly what I want. For each player. Done. Take their donation cups. So, player. Let Curdono equal player dot donation cup array. Cur tally is going to be equal to an array. And how did I set up the donation world energy? There we go. So this is the thing that I'm trying to match here. Bring this down over here. So, well, yeah, my coworker is 19 and is basically running his family of 3 with no savings because his dad is in a wheelchair and they're living in Great Britain. Yeah, it's something my dad told me very early on in my life is just life isn't fair, don't expect it to be, do your best with what you got. Like, I do want to save the world. I want to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I very much doubt it, and as the years go on, my scope of believed control drops immensely, but I get more realistic and I'm more able to produce better within the scope I'm actually capable of affecting. Cur tally is going to be the same structure here. Let's just say y 0, b is 0, r is 0, and g is 0. Cool. So I want to say for let const e of player dot donation cup array cur tally of e. So this is interesting. Oh, does that do string? Yeah. I hate maps and TypeScript. Ugh, they're so freaking annoying. Do I have to set this to an enum? Just fucking. I hate tag. Like, it's just boxing me in. Like, this would work in JavaScript. Easy. Energy, E. The donation cup array only can have these 4 friggin' values in it. TypeScript index signature. The idea of index signatures is to type objects of unknown structure when you only know the key and value types. So do I say interface? String num key string colon number. Allegedly, I should be able to say this. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I guess I can do this. Dang. 'Cause I'm trying to say curtally.e. Plus equals 1. Like, this is what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if I'm doing it or not. Just do a map, just because I know the syntax is right, and here I'm taking a risk. Oh, there we go. I should be able to rejigger this some way. And also, energy map should be able to... Okay. Cool, I guess I solved this problem already. Get rid of this BS. I'm just gonna say if has E. Yeah, okay. That works. Nice. And then I can say tally. Tally is going to be our counter of how much energy everyone's donated. Get rid of this. I'm just going to have... There's a better way to do this, but I'm running out of steam here. 8. A lot of gaming today. If energy map. Well, it has all of these, so I can just say game state. So here, we've already iterated through their donation cup. So player.donation cup array is going to be reset to an empty array. And then, I don't need these ifs because they definitely exist. Energy map.get RGBY, RG. It'd be nice to have a standardized format there. But all I have to say here is this world energy bit which is the storage tank for energy as it's donated over the course of the game. We're going to say game state dot world energy dot yellow. Yes. Cool. I'm going to set it to red get R. And that's a plus equals if tally is less than energy rec. World energy carbon toll equal to the energy requirement. Minus tally. And this is then subtracted from the game state dot carbon reservoir minus equals carbon toll, and game state dot world energy dot carbon is going to be plus equal to the carbon toll. And I do this for each of my boys. And sum it. I need to return false here. And here I'll return true. If game state dot now carbon reservoir is less than 0, then we return false. Otherwise, we return true. And this has to be R GBY. I like that better. I prefer the yellow color, but RGBY. Rigby. Easy. R G green. G B blue. B Y yellow. Yellow. And I just gotta pull out the energy required now, and I should have the magic numbers in here. Damn, is it on the front end? 12. Yep, there they are. Is there a rec in here? No. Wow. These are important. Should have a const folder. What's it called on the front end? Season.js. Yeah, that's fine. TS. Same thing. That's all good. I got my requirements here. And I say that energy requirement equal to game state dot num players is equal to 3. If so, I think this is the right one. Yeah, I'm confusing these two. There we go. To do this with game state dot season tracker. Cool. Nice! I have completed the summit logic. Huzzoi! That wasn't even on the plan today. Sick. So now, at the end of the summit, we finally check whenever we advance the timeline. The only issue is this. This guy. Upstate says here first. So instead of having this guy, I want to say yeah, there we go. That's fine. How do you still start up is the important question. This guy. So we got the ticker here, summit. I want to say player dot ID donated player dot donation cup array dot length so game ticker dot ticker instead of ticker dot shift. A little gross, but we can deal with it for now. Players failed to donate enough energy. The OA and EIN all I need when I'm forming an LLC. It really depends on your state, man. Should be. I don't know. I only caution you about forming a business because, like I said, I've formulated one, which was a 3-member LLC, which is way more of a headache than a single-member LLC. It will increase the amount of work you'll have to do for your taxes. You'll probably have to pay more for TurboTax or something of the like for processing your taxes if you're not going to do them by hand. There's a lot of implications to it, and I kind of don't want to send you down that rabbit hole because it can be a pain in the ass. And I just want to make sure it's a burden you're ready to set your life with, because it is a burden. Here's my poochie. Oh, hi. Loud boy. It's his dinner time. He's whining at me. Season. Cool. So what's going on here is I just built the summit portion of my board game. Pretty sick. Alrighty then. I gotta go feed my pooch, but it's been lovely being online with you. Hope you have a good next couple days, next weekend, until we get to chill again, Alex. Just smile, man. Which I can understand is super cringy advice, but people want to be around smiling people, not around frowny pants poopers, which I have a tendency to be sometimes. One of those things I'm working on improving. Great to see you. Catch you online in another stream. And like I said, hit me up on that email if you have more questions, or if you catch me on stream again, I'm happy to go through some code. Deuces! Have a great rest of the day, everyone. Mwah.